welcome to part 2 of the CarpFix social here at Gigantica Road Lake. These are 3 good ones. So the mid 40 common, 48 common, and he's got another common in that now, which he's saying it may be £50. That's massive, boys. Look at this. Look at that. The wedge. There she is. Yeah. Go on, girl. Right, Anna, absolutely buzzing with that. All night long. Get in my net. Yes! Come on! £50 too. Yes? This place is mad. Today's action has once again just been incredible. I'm actually getting very, very tired now, but we're going to keep going. There's a reason why in a minute. But yeah, since we had that lovely 44-pounder, we must have had another 7 or 8 fish, including this one here. Just about keeping that bait going in, you know. There's been nothing of any real size since that 44. Oh, I did actually have a 32 common a little while ago, it was nice. But yeah, this afternoon after dinner, dinner by the way, epic enchiladas, beautiful bit of food that was. But since coming back, the fish went potty. Like, the lads come round for a cup of tea, and they were in awe. It was just, there was more carp out the water showing than there probably was swimming around in the water. It was fantastic to see.
Oh, that's a fucking joke out there, isn't it?
Some real good fish showing as well. And yeah, since tea as well, I think this is my, well, it is my fifth fish. I went to dinner on 40 fish. We're on now, if we land this one here, number 45. And I said earlier on that it feels like I'm at a bit of a match. And there is a little target in the sights now, because I was speaking to the bailiffs earlier on, and he asked me, how many fish you on? Because it's halfway point tonight. Midnight tonight is halfway through the trip. And I said, I'm on 40 fish. He's like, you're getting close to the most amount of carp caught in a week here at the Road Lake. And I was like, okay, well, what's that? It's like 77 now. That's a long way away. But we are halfway there. We're over halfway there. We've still half the time to play with as well. So that got me thinking, do I go for it? Do I stick it out through the nights where I have just been reeling in and getting a little bit of sleep along with Ash? Or do we press hard and go for the Road Lake record? You know me, I love a match, I love a target, and yeah, I think when we get to 50 fish, which, you know, will happen, that goalpost will become, you know, very achievable. So yeah, let's concentrate on landing this one here first of all, and worry about another 32 odd fish maybe tomorrow or the next day. But nonetheless, the action has been incredible. Don't get me wrong, you have to work at it. If that spawn rod is not in your hand and you're not putting the bait in, you do not get the bites. You know, you have to be working it all the time. And I haven't stopped, literally, I haven't stopped. I'm like 50 kilos of boilies now. I'm actually towards the end of what I brought with me, and I'm gonna have to ask some friends if I can lend some bait off them to carry on with this style of fishing. But yeah, I'm gonna concentrate on getting this one in. Like I said, we'll worry about the other 32 odd another day. So many more shows over Rob this time of the evening. Number 45, eh? That's mad. We just slipped back a small mirror, and the remaining rod once again went. And in the net we've got a really nice mirror. He's got to be a mid to upper 30, real chunky mirror. They're so active out there tonight, and you know, I've not really because the action's been so amazing during the day, I've not really fished the nights at all. So maybe the big ones come to feed at night, you know. So tonight I'm going to give it my absolute best, stay up as late as I possibly can, and yeah, see if we can etch closer to that record, as well as hopefully slipping up a few nighttime monsters. Check out this one, £0.5 pound short of the £40 mark. You never know, maybe the bigger ones are coming out at night and there's me snoring during the hours of darkness. Well, not tonight. I'm going to give it my very best go at keeping these fish feeding on the area. But he is quality. You wouldn't mind him back in England, would you? Look at them little scales. Beautiful, beautiful carp. There are loads showing out there this evening. They're very, very active. It's been extremely windy at night the last few days, but tonight it's flat calm and you can hear him boshing all night long. But what a start to the night, eh? Good to go. Good morning, day number 4. Despite my best efforts last night, the fish just didn't want to stay. They naturally migrated a bit more left and a bit more right, but that meant that other anglers managed to get on the action, and some anglers that haven't caught yet as well, which was lovely to see. Yeah, the fish really did sort of move very much left last night, all the way down to the bottom corner. I've not spoke to Rich yet, but if he hasn't caught last night, he needs to hand that rod licence in, because there were bundles down there. Coxie managed to pinch one early on out of shingles. Billy's done a good fish last night as well, I think just under £40. That's his first bite, which is a fantastic sign. They have been showing there a little bit more frequently now as well, which is good. And yeah, it's nice to see Nathan next door to me catch one as well, bless him. Looks a good one as well. He's got it in the net now, so I'm gonna have this cup of coffee. He's putting a little bit more bait out, topping the spot up, and then we'll go and see what he's caught. It looks like a really good sort of mid to upper 40.
Get a rough idea of it.
You reckon it's 12.50? Head towards me a bit more. Now, a question that both Ash and myself have been asked constantly throughout this week is, how do we get on one of these CarpFix socials? Now, I know Pecky's done a couple in the past. This is my first one. I'm sure Stokesy will do one in the future as well. Just keep an eye on the social media stories. That's all it's about, is if you see a social pop up that you're interested in, get your messages in quick via email, and they go very, very quick. You know, we're going on mega venues at mega times of the year. So all you've got to do is keep an eye out and get in quick. Well, Nate's comment this morning was lovely. I think was it 46 in the end? Really nice carp. And yeah, it's getting pretty predictable now during the days. You know, they're spending a lot of time in that main bowl during the night. A lot of lads have heard them around the lake last night. But yeah, come mornings, they're back against that sort of marginal area and back on the feed in my area. And this is my second bite this morning. We've got a really nice 34-pound long scaly mirror in the net. And now the left-hand rod went in my hand. I literally cast it out, clipped the bobbin on, the Delkin was still in mute mode, and it was off. There's definitely a spot within a spot now. There's one certain tree. If you get it on that tree, it's happening. It's actually a much harder area compared to the other two. You really sort of notice the donk. But yeah, all is going well. Fish number 50 if we get it in the net, and that Road Lake record, it's a potential. We've still got Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, and when you're averaging 10 to 15 bites a day, this could be achievable. number 50.
Now, one massive advantage to, this big hit style of fishing is not only being prepared rig-wise, but fourth rod-wise. I don't always bring it with me because sometimes the venues that you're fishing, you're just simply not going to need it. But these lakes that have large numbers of carp and there's a chance of a hit on the cards, having a fourth rod set up, rigs on, hook bait on, and clipped up is a massive advantage. It is huge. It's, as soon as that fish is securely in the net or in a retainer, you're not messing around wrapping up, getting new hooks on, new fresh hook baits on. That rod is ready to go, getting you back out there. And often, not only is it catching you a couple more fish or a lot more fish for your session, sometimes you get a bonus big one as well.
Well, I'm not too sure how many we've had since our last chat, but I've got 4 or 5 that need photographing. So I'm going to land this one here, which will be fish number 53. And we'll have a look at them. Some nice ones as well, some real nice scaly ones. And there are some nice scaly ones in here as well. And yeah, for whatever reason, they are well up for it today. There's a little bit more warmth. And speaking to the bailiffs, they don't mind it here. These deep lakes, they definitely respond to them warmer days. So who knows what is in store for us for the remainder of the day, but we'll have a look at these nice scallies we've got. 20 pounder. The mornings here on the Road Lake are incredible. This is the biggest of 5 fish at just over 34 pounds. We've had a couple more cracking scalies, a few commons. Even old Nathan managed to get in on the action. I had a double take. But what we do, we get this one back. I want to get the rods back out, make the most of this flurry of action, and then we'll have a little look at the hardware that I'm using. The rods, the reels, and everything in between. But what a start to the day, eh? Look at that one. It is wicked. Right, what sort of kit do you need to fish the Road Lake effectively? Simple as this, if you're fishing your day ticket, syndicate, club water, and you can fish 100 yards effectively, you do not need any more kit for the Road Lake. You don't need any big casting outfits like you do potentially on the main lake. All I've been using is my Kaizen greens in 12-foot 3.5, my Shimano mags, and 18-pound contour. I will say that I'm actually coming back next week, like I mentioned. I will go with more of a 20 or a 24-pound Kaizen mono. Don't really need fluorocarbon for this particular lake. I underestimated the boulders within the margin of T2. It might not be the same for all around the lake, but as you're bringing them big uns up the marginal shelf, it's quite steep. Your line does come in contact with them boulders, and ideally you could do with a lot less line on the bottom as possible. So yeah, maybe a 20 or a 25-pound Kaizen mono. But look, the maximum you'll be fishing is probably in bachelors at what, 24.5, 25 wraps, no big casts. So whatever you use at home, you will come out to the Road Lake and I'm sure you'll fish effectively. Oh, that was a pig, that was. Oh, it's a good fish. They're the ones you want, boy. Well, about to lose my waders here, but fish is more important. Yes, that is a very good common, that is. Oh, that is a very good common. Big common. Is that another 5-0? It's close. That's very close. Yeah, mate, she's wide and big. Yeah, mate. She's up there, isn't she? Oh, yeah. That's a 50-pounder. Get in. We've got a rather large common. It's difficult to say, but that's very close to the wedge that we caught the other day. Mid-50s I reckon it's got to be. It's long, it's deep, it's wide. And then I was bundling it in a sling, ready to give it a quick weigh, and then my remaining rod, common theme, has just busted off again. But I am absolutely made up with that. Powerful common. Oh my God. Shit. Fucking hell, they don't give up, these little ones. Good one, Gip. Eee. Big, big, big common. I'll get it out now. I'll give it a quick weigh. Isn't it? Big common, isn't it? No obvious. Tell that tail straight away. Looks like the shape of it, to be fair. Potentially, yeah. Difficult to know, isn't it? Let's give him a quick weigh, see what he goes, or she. £50 10. £50 10. Woo! Get in. This place is mega. You just never know what is going to end up in your net next. We've gone from a lovely scaly upper double to this, a common of £50 and 10 ounces. Look at that. And as we was playing this one here, Nath had to run off in Tea Party 1. He's got a cracker, a lovely common, so we'll slip this one back and we'll have a look at what Nath's got. But what a carp. One more look. That is wicked. And 50, number 3.